This is Mikasa drawing I made for Attack on Titan videos that I'm also doing reviews on. So if you have not seen, go over and take a look. And you can find more drawing like this, of course, if you follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
One Piece, Chapter 122. A dead body is useless.
Well, hello, my brothers and sisters of the Nerd Nation. I, as always, am Jim, here to bring you another review on the tantalizing tale of One Piece. Our last chapter saw us, really saw Zoro, Vivi, and Nami, of course, being put in this special wax candelabra type deal that looks like a giant birthday cake with the spinning wax candles that's dripping wax down onto them. And that's pretty much how we were left off. Brogy has been, of course, encased in like this wax jacket and is having trouble moving when he does try to, give a last effort and claw and fight. Mr. Five, hits him with, we assume, a couple of booger bombs. And really, that's how the chapter ends off. I mean, it did show us briefly Luffy and Usopp, and Luffy's like, he's getting motivated to get up and go clobber him. And then here we are. So that's where things end off. That's where we begin. And really, this chapter, it goes and it takes place. Not a ton happens as far as moving the story forward. The majority of the chapter is really just kind of seeing the spirit and really the determination of Zoro, as well as the giant Brogy. It starts out where Brogy does wind up within the first couple of pages being able to kind of break himself free and start to move again, even in his weakened, battered state. And Mr. Three goes and winds up hitting him with these wax something sword, and it's basically these swords that go into his hands and his feet to pin him down now, that go right through them, and obviously are holding him down, similar to like Jesus on the cross with the nails going directly through the hands and directly through the feet. So he's laying there. He's still, unfortunately, unable to move. There's some prattling on and on about, Mr. Three basically talking about, I thought you were stronger and all those sort of things. We get Zoro, who basically he thinks about what can he do to motivate Brogy to kind of join him, to kind of help him. The wax is, Mr. Three wants everyone to have these, the wax, I guess it's, there's like fumes too, so it actually like turns you into a wax person from the inside out. And he's like, so I want you to have these looks of terror, so you can also be these works of art, and you got to have these looks of like distress and like, I'm gonna die, that sort of thing. So Nami, of course, is pretty much freaked out by this, as is Vivi, and Zoro is just standing there, just kind of standing there, very astute looking, and with his shoulders back and chest out, and so he's thinking about something, and he winds up talking to Brogy and saying, hey, you know what, because Brogy's basically like, at this point, he's like, I got nothing left, and he thinks about this 100-year battle that they've had going on, how they show up every day, and it's basically, it's something that keeps him going. It's his will to fight, his desire to fight. And he's lost that since Dory, of course, has been eliminated in this recent turn of events in the last few chapters. So Zoro needs to find a way to get him his fighting spirit back. So Zoro says, all right, well, you know what? There's no way we can get out of this. So, but I tell you what, Giant, if you can break free, and it'll be very painful, obviously, I'll hack off my legs and we'll take them together, okay? And Nami's like, what? You're going to hack off? Are you nuts? And then even Mr. Five and Mr. Three and all them, Golden Week, Valentine, they're all standing around and they even think that no, there's no way he'd do that. He's bluffing. There's no way that he would cut through his own legs. And Zoro says, he goes, you know what? Better to die at least trying to do something, because otherwise we're gonna die anyway, just standing here. So hey, maybe I hack off my legs and I still wind up dying, but at least I go out with honor. I go out swinging. So that's kind of his whole thought and theory behind this. So it's kind of cool to see his resolve and his unwavering determination. So the giant says, yeah, you're crazy, but okay, I'm with you. So Zoro goes, and like I said, during the meantime, everybody's kind of freaking out as far as Mr. Three and Mr. Five, and just everyone that's there going, there's no way he's going to do this. So Zoro goes and he's like, okay, ready? And then Vivi goes, and right at the last minute, she gets on board too, because she thinks about, her kingdom and saving it, and the last words from Igaram, and we'll see you in the kingdom if the fates allow, and we'll meet again, and she thinks about how she's got to save her kingdom. So all of a sudden she's like, yeah, I'm in too. So I don't know if she's planning on having Zoro hack her out of there as well. I have no idea. Zoro basically goes, and he's kind of like, ready, and goes to shunk the swords down into him. And then all of a sudden come flying, man, just crazy, like bat out of hell, out of the jungle comes Luffy riding on Carue with Usopp, right? And everybody's looking good. Obviously, he got free, so he kind of comes barreling through the whole area over there to everybody's surprise. And and Mr. 3 says something about him, and it basically pokes some kind of fun at him about, so you have the highest bounty in the East Blue, I guess the Navy must be lowering their standards. And Luffy's just like, what's wrong with your hair? You look funny. Because he's got that 3 in his hair. He's like, and your hair, it's on fire or something like that. And Mr. 3, he's not very happy about that, Prior to this whole deal, he tried to speed up his, his special candelabra of doom or what have you, to get them waxed, turned into wax figures quicker. But anyways, so Luffy's like, all right, we're going to get him, all right, Carue and Usopp, so, and they're all like, they're ready. Everybody's all in, they're ready to go toe-to-toe with these guys. And so then Nami says, hey, could you break that pillar behind us? Or maybe it's Vivi, I forget which one, but somebody says, hey, can you break that pillar behind us? We're being encased in this wax and everything. And Luffy's like, oh, you need a hand? And Zoro goes, oh, no, we're all right. No problem. So all of a sudden she looks over and goes, your legs are bleeding, And he goes, yeah, I must have hacked about halfway through them before Luffy got here, and I realized I didn't have to do that. And she's like, and you call that no problem? So it just kind of shows you Zoro, and even though some of it's meant to be a little bit overboard and a little bit over the top as far as how extreme it is, it's meant to show you that things that would hurt the common man, the average, ordinary, everyday person, to Zoro, that's just like, I just hacked halfway through my legs, no big deal. We'll get out of here somehow. And so he's still not willing to ask for help. Luffy goes and says, oh, okay, well, you just need me to break that pillar. I'll take care of that. And then the chapter ends with Mr. 3 saying, I cannot let you do that. So all in all, like I said, not a great chapter as far as forwarding the story a whole lot or even really having a whole lot of action. But to tell you the truth, it's nice to know that finally something's going to happen, and it's not going to, even though it's only been a chapter or so, it just seems like it's forever that they've been, building up and in this encasing of this wax candelabra to be encased in wax. And again, I know it isn't really, hasn't really been that long, but, like I said, to me, it just seems like that. So, I guess my chapter question is going to be, how did Luffy get free? We know Usopp was pounded halfway into the ground, but Luffy had been trapped underneath there for, I don't know, a couple of chapters. So how do you think Luffy got free? Maybe they'll tell us eventually. Maybe they won't. I know my last chapter question was, where the hell is Sanji? And that question still stands too. I would like to know where he is, but, I'm sure that'll present itself. So I'm pretty sure that things are gonna, come to a head over here, and Luffy is certainly gonna go toe to toe with Mr. 3, and hopefully just mop the floor with him, because he's really just an unlikable character. I don't particularly just care for him. I don't care for his character design. I suppose there's a lot you could do, possessing the power that he has, but I guess just because he's such an underhanded, backstabbing little bitch, I don't really. I guess I just don't really. He's not the type of guy that irritates me like a Don Krieg, or fascinates me like a Carue, or even just enrages me like an Arlong. He just kind of irritates me, and that's just my personal opinion. But certainly, feel free to let me know what you think, brothers and sisters, in the comments down below. Feel free to hit the thumbs up, the like button, if you should think that I deserve it, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. We will look forward to catching you in the next one, Nation.
Remember, brothers and sisters, to share, subscribe, spread the word of the nation to others, and of course, if you like watching the videos, watching them is always much appreciated. Have a nice day.